Welcome to episode number 31 of the Unmapped podcast. On this podcast, we talk about life, upbringing, education, ideas, morals, current events, politics, passions, and more. My guest today is Peter Vilceus.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
All right, so I'm going to give you the rundown of how the show works. I'm going to put the camera feed away so you don't have to look at yourself because that's kind of weird. So what the format of the show is now is I like having a chronological timeline of all my guests. So what I like starting off with is a little bit of your parents, your upbringing, your like early childhood, going into elementary, middle school, focusing a little bit on high school, then mainly talking about college, what you did there, what you're going to do, and then what your plans are from here on out.
That's cool. All right. Well, both my parents are Haitian immigrants off the boat when they first came here. My pops came in when he was like 16 and came in when he was 16. Did not know English, just did his best. He went to a high school in Brooklyn that's not even existent anymore. My mom
so did he originally immigrate to Brooklyn? Where did he originally immigrate to?
He went straight from Haiti to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was Brooklyn the borough of choice? Do you ever ask him that?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I would probably assume because my grandfather was a taxi driver when he came here. Mm-hmm. So, it's not that far from Manhattan. Mm-hmm. So, that's where he mostly did his routes. But, I don't know. They probably just figured out that's probably just where my grandparents just stayed.
It just, made the most sense logistically for them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then your mom?
My mother came, I think she also lived in Brooklyn. She came here with both my sisters. My mom was married in Haiti. Her and her former husband broke up. They had 2 kids, and she brought the kids over here, from here to Haiti. She didn't know English.
Oh, really?
Either. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
My mom came in with 2 of my 2. They're my half sisters, but I really call them my sisters.
Yeah.
Just because, and yeah, I didn't realize that until I was older. I didn't realize that a year ago.
Your half sisters, technically.
Not even that. My mom literally came with 2 kids not knowing English. That's kind of crazy. That's
really
wild
crazy.
when you think about it. So yeah. So I have 3 sisters. I'm the only boy and the favorite. I like to say that, but it's not because
you have a special place in your parents' hearts because
I'm the only boy.
Because to your dad, you're like, this is my son. This is gonna be my legacy, the last name. You know what I mean? And to your mom, it's like, oh, it's my little boy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, my mom was the fuck out of me. Even when we were kids, me and my sister would get into fights, and I knew I'd be wrong.
But you sleep on your side.
She would always be on my side. It's not even fair. I felt so bad for
That's so mean to her.
I know.
She immigrated here too, technically. She's dealing with this shit.
Exactly.
Got the new privilege.
No, I have another sister that's close to my age. My 2 older sisters.
Oh, so you have 3 sisters total,
I have 3 sisters. Okay. 2 of them one is 30. Fuck, she was born in 83 and the other ones are 84. So that's 35 and 34.
20 and 15, 30, 35.
Yeah, 35 and 34.
Damn, your sisters are old.
Yeah. And then I have another sister that was born in 93. And she is, 25 now? Yeah. So me and that sister were we always would butt heads. We still do now, but not as much. At this point, it's we're adults.
Yeah.
Just do your thing. I do my thing.
Right. Even if you do butt heads, just I don't care enough to keep going. I don't feel
I'm
gonna walk away.
She would have to do something disrespectful for me to want to
actually argue and get into it.
Exactly. So So most of the time, my dad, he's a neurologist. Yeah, from Haiti, he was able to. He had to spend another year in high school. After that, he went to Columbia, and after that, he went to. I blew my mind.
So did he have a degree finished while he was in Haiti?
No. He
came in 16. I'm sorry, never mind. Yeah.
So he just graduated from high school. He had to do another year because if you don't know English, then it's, But then he told me this funny ass story about how he on his SAT score, he got a 300, 340 on his reading. Mm-hmm. He got a 700 something on his math.
Oh my god!
So he got 1,000 on his SAT scores. But so my mom was actually already a doctor in Haiti, but she had to do a whole bunch of. So
at what age did your mother come over?
27.
27. Okay, 27. So at this point, how old's your dad?
My dad,
he's he's already, at this point, your father's already established.
At this point, my dad, when my mom came here in 27, so what year would that be? 84? 84.
Yeah,
It would be the year that he came. So then at that point, my dad was born in 1960, so he'd be 24. So that means he's probably 2 years into medical school at that point.
Okay.
Or maybe 1 year, because technically he's a year after. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he'll be 1 year into medical school.
I mean, the fact that he only took one extra year is still pretty crazy.
It's pretty insane.
That's impressive.
It's pretty insane. Like, it's weird because the way it worked out, like, well, to me, I don't think any of my parents have like what do you call it, an accent. Mm-hmm. But like my dad, I feel like he doesn't have an accent at all. I can hear my mom's accent because it's still pretty strong. She came when she was basically an adult.
She was older when she came.
She was an adult, yeah. But like even at 16, my dad, I feel like he doesn't have like a super crazy accent. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
also because Haitian like really affects your even if you learn English, like Haitian is a very thick tongue, so it affects your language. Yeah. Like even for me, when I talk to some people and I tell them I'm from Bangladesh, like they're like, oh, like you have a little bit of like that tone, which I always found weird. Like I obviously can't tell, but some people, because in my household we learned Bengali first, so even though I did learn English growing up, that tongue still affects like the way my speech is. It's funny because I remember that time we were walking back and you were talking to my parents, to your parents, and you would say that you had that accent in English. Yeah, dude. Because the thing is, in Bengali and like a lot of Indian languages, like there are a lot of words that they use even in the country, like the motherland, that are just English words, but we siphon it into like the English itself. I mean, into the Bengali itself. Yeah. But we just say it with the accent. Yeah. So I can't even repeat it, but like it really, it sounded like you were like making fun of somebody with an accent. That's why I was like, what? Because it's not like I don't think about it when I do it. Like it's a switch. Like if I wanted to do it right now, I couldn't do it. Yeah. Because I'm speaking English right now. Yeah. But when I start speaking Bengali, if I have to say an English word somewhere in the middle, it will come out with the accent. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I was actually talking to a friend earlier today who's trying to learn Spanish. Yeah. And he's saying like he doesn't know a second language. Yeah. So it's super difficult for him to pick up another language just because his brain doesn't work in that way. Yeah. I mean, I try to learn Spanish, and for me, when I think about it in that way, I think of it like I try not to think of it as like vocab. I try to think of it as I'm trying to I try to not translate it in English. I try to think of it in Spanish in a way. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want to, like, for example, let's say I want to say eat in Spanish, right? That would be like como, right? I don't want to just have those vocab words switch. Right. You know what I mean? You want to have it like you think of that when you. You mean like you want to build it from the base up and have it as a separate like library of information. Yeah, exactly. Not just translating. Well, that's the thing he was trying to bring up was like that is more that is more possible for someone who already has a second language, just because of the fact that like for me in particular, like my example would be like I have like the database of like Bengali words and like vocabulary and how I speak that, and then I have English on like another side. So like incorporating another language, like I tried learning Japanese. Yeah. The way I go about learning it, it's not like it's not completely new to me. Like the idea of building it from the bottom up is like already something I'm used to. So I think it makes it a little bit more easy. But I still haven't learned Japanese. So and I haven't learned Spanish either. So here we are. I quit after a month, but I was going in. It's difficult, and you have to be committed because once you stop doing it, you forget. Yeah, you forget really fast. Words, I think the easiest way is if you just throw yourself into it or like into the country. Yeah. Because I actually met with my uncle. He lives in Japan. Yeah. So he came home today. That's why I wanted to go home, especially because I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah. But he can read, write, understand, and fluently speak Japanese. That's crazy. Because he's lived in Japan. Like his wife's Japanese and all that. So he like literally threw himself into the culture. Yeah. So he's like, I have to learn this. Yeah. And he can do all of it. Yeah, he had to. Yeah. I have an uncle who speaks French, Creole. That's what they speak in Haiti. Mm-hmm. French, Creole, English, Italian, and Portuguese, and Spanish. Crazy. That's so 6 languages. Or a lot of those I think come from the same like Latin roots. Right? Yeah. French and Creole. The way French and Creole works out in Haiti is that depending on your social status, you would either know French and Creole or you just know Creole. So like for example, my mom, they came from a really nice family in Haiti, so they were both private school educated, so they knew French and Creole. Okay. So he knew that just from being in Haiti. English is when he came here. And then
he visits Brazil a lot. So like even this past when I tried to see him over spring break, he lives in Fort Lauderdale, and he what do you call it? He lives in Fort Lauderdale, and he was in Brazil at the time, so I couldn't even see him.
Okay.
So Brazil is so that he visits Brazil a lot, and he visits Europe a lot too. So that's probably how he picked up Spanish and Italian.
Have you ever been to Haiti?
No, never. Yeah. I've been in the Dominican Republic.
Okay. But do you know Creole?
No. I know I could. I have a weird relationship with the language just because, like, there was a point where, like, if you talk to me in Creole, I would speak back to you in English. You know what I mean?
I think that's a lot, because I was talking to Pravin yesterday, and he doesn't know. Man, I should know what language he's supposed to know, but the Indian dialect that his parents speak, he doesn't know it, but he can understand it. Like he can vaguely understand it. But not fully. So if someone talks shit in front of him, he wouldn't 100% know, but he can kind of like tune into it. Same thing with my cousins. I was actually I called my grandma earlier today, and she's like, "Oh, like you speak Bengali so well, huh? Like I'm so proud of you." I'm like, "Grandma, you say this literally every single time. Literally every time I call you. Like it hasn't changed. Like I knew it, and I still know it." And then she shits on my cousin every time. Like your cousins, they don't know it. Like I'm here in Texas, and I try to speak Bengali, and they don't get it. I'm like, because they never learned it. Like they're not gonna magically learn it. That's funny. Old people, man.
I know. It's crazy.
But so let's go back to your upbringing. So your dad's here, brings your mom over. He's in medical.
They met each other separately. So
that makes a lot more sense.
My dad met my mom in 1990.
So where did they meet? They
met. I feel like there's like a small circle of Haitian doctors, so that's probably how they met.
And you said your mom was
she's a child psychiatrist.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad's a neurologist.
So they met at like the same hospital that they worked at or something like that?
I don't know that story exactly, but like that's probably how they met. But I do remember what year they met, which is 1990. So then they had my sister first and then me. My sister 93 and me in 96. And it was childhood was upbringing. So what part do you want me to talk about? It's more like
it's whatever you deem necessary to that has molded you. So I think an important thing is, have you lived in the same neighborhood in Valley Stream your entire life?
The house that I lived in was the house I lived in since like I was 3 months old. So I still live in that house. Well, we're getting rid of that house now because we're all grown up and stuff like that. But that house. Yeah, we got rid of that house.
Did your parents? When did your parents move in? Do you know when they moved into that house or that area of Valley Stream?
So we all moved in at the same time. So like me and my three sisters, we all moved in like October 96.
Okay.
So that's when we moved into the house. And we lived there pretty much the entire time. My sisters at one point they were kind of like they didn't have like the greatest relationship with my dad. So, like, at one point when they turned 18, they both lived with their father, who also lives in America. I don't really know that guy, but...
That's an entire, like, not you problem.
Yeah. I was, like, 6 years old. So, like, what was I going to do?
You're like, where are they? And they're just like, don't worry about it. You're like, okay.
So then I didn't really, like, have them. So, just me and my sister for close to maybe, like, 10 years. So, we didn't really reconnect with my sister until there was something happened with one of my sisters where she had to live with us for a little bit. And that was, I think, when I was 15. So from 6 to 15, they didn't live with us. So then my sister lived with us for like 5 years.
So when they got a little older and like stuff started happening, like, this momentum of like, oh crap, like, it probably makes more sense if I did this.
It was, I don't want to go into what exactly happened because it's
that's personal stuff.
But something like there was something happened with
things happen, yada yada yada, and then they ended up back here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, let's focus on you.
So my teenage years,
well, let's say, was there anything in elementary and middle school that like stood out, or I mean, you stay in the same neighborhood?
I mean, other than I went to private school most of my time, so I went because I had like my parents thought I had like a disability. They thought that my dad thought I was autistic. My dad thought I was.
Was there any reasoning? Like, what was that?
I didn't talk for like till I was 6.
Till you were 6?
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty long. That's pretty long, man.
You didn't talk till you were 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember I think in my IQ tested because they had to see like what's wrong with this kid. But when they found out that I was like normal or like I was,
so were you a shy kid on when you were like on the like in
I don't
childhood?
even remember that part because like it's weird because I remember being able to talk but just not talking.
So you just didn't feel like
I just pretty much just didn't talk. Yeah,
that's mad interesting. I've never heard.
That's crazy. Never heard of that. Think about it, right?
Because most children when they like can articulate or
they just
start
talk
articulate,
all the time.
Dude, my sister doesn't shut up.
Yeah,
I was with my sister today. She's just there's no periods. They don't understand like stopping. Like she just has one giant run on.
Yeah.
Like it just keeps going.
Absolutely.
And then my friend and then he kicked me and then the thing and then she said she was mean and then I'm like, what are you talking? You talking to me this whole time? What are you saying?
It's crazy. But like, yeah, I just didn't talk. I don't know what happened. But it was weird because like I went from like not talking to talking in full sentences.
That is weird.
That's weird as fuck, right?
It's really weird. It's like you're a villain. You're just forming. You're like, oh, like I'm gonna take it all in first, and then when the time's right, I'm gonna just say some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna blow their minds.
Man, like I even remember the first time I heard curse words. I remember those on the bus.
There's something about curse words, even though you don't know that it's bad.
You know there's something.
It's like off. Like it's not a regular word.
Yeah.
Like someone yells "fuck" and you're like, that's a cool word. Kind of want to say that one.
My first one was shit. That was
really? Okay.
Yeah. I remember her.
I actually don't remember what my first curse was.
Really?
It was probably.
I remember the first time I heard it too. I was my sister was driving and she said it, and I said, "What is that? What is shit?" That's what I said, and she was like, "Don't say that."
I feel like it's so much worse because as soon as you say it, whatever adult you're with, they're like, don't say that word. Like they don't try to explain it. Like, wait a second, that means I should say it. There's like 100% more of you that's like, I want to say it more. Yeah, exactly. I want to find out what it is. Exactly. I want to really go into it. I want an in-depth analysis of why this word cannot be said. Like, why can't I say it? Tell me, please. I want to. Like, you just want to know.
It's like when someone tells you, "I want to tell you a secret," but not right now. You're like, "I want to know it."
Yeah.
How dare you?
And like, I'm gonna leave right now, and they're like, I'm offended. Like, come back here. Tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, it's like a golden nugget, you know.
Yeah.
But she said it, and I was like, yeah, that's a little.
So, do you remember the first sentence you articulated?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So you went to private school for the majority of
upbringing. Yeah,
your upbringing. So you went to for your high school? Did you also go to private school?
Yeah.
Okay. So what high school did you go to? Because I was talking to Matt Kennedy two podcasts ago, and we're talking about like they're playing football against you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh yeah. We played. Yeah, I'm not sure. Washed us.
That's what he said.
Yeah, they killed us. I remember the score 24-0.
Because I forgot if you mentioned it or not, but saying that it was against a public school or that the resources your school may have had probably weren't the same as Iona Prep, because Iona Prep has a lot of resources. So I'm going to high school and talk about that.
So basically, I went to Kellenberg Memorial High School, which is a Catholic school in Uniondale. Mm-hmm. It's a okay school. It's pretty homogenous there. Like there's probably like maybe 30 black kids. Like probably in my grade 20, maybe close to 100 in the whole school. It's not a lot.
Out of how many?
Out of maybe like, just a high school probably be like 2,000.
Oh, so you went to a pretty big high school.
Yeah. It's pretty big for, it's a pretty big high school. So then, the resources were not the same. Like Iona Prep, the tuition at Iona Prep is probably close to like $12,000 a year.
For high school, it's crazy.
For a year.
You want to hear something crazy? Is so I went to this party. I love talking about this because like this is honestly the craziest party I've ever gone to was in high school. Yeah. Because I went to a penthouse in Manhattan.
Yeah.
For like these high school kids had a penthouse in Manhattan and they went to Dalton private school. It's $45,000 or $50,000 a year for high school.
God.
That blew my mind. That's crazy that there's some kids out there.
I would never, even if I had, unless I was like the president of the United States, I would not tell my kids.
Even at that, like
the only reason I would do something like that would be just for the security reasons.
Yeah,
not even like the education.
Because they want your kid to like for like ransom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but like I want to put my kid in like a year in public school. Yeah. Like look at. Do you see this? Like this could have been you.
Yeah. But like I think it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
So like some parts of Long Island, their public school's probably better than Kellenberg.
Yeah.
Or like
the public school that my brother goes to, because I'm in Nassau County.
Yeah.
Like I was actually talking to my uncle about this today.
Yeah.
It's a very good school system.
Which school is?
New Hyde Park Memorial High School.
Is that's not a Susquehanna or some shit like that?
No.
Some Indian name or
that's there's I know which one you're talking about. That one was very close to the LA Fitness that I worked at.
Okay.
I forgot it was Susquehanna, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, that is one of them.
Yeah. But the way our school was is that like we would get nice things every once in a while. Like we had like a flash of nice things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like it's not like it's not a bad school by any means. It's still like what $8,000 a year I think to go to that school. But like for example like that Iona Prep in St. Anthony's probably had so much money that they could recruit kids for high school.
I'm pretty sure they did recruit.
They did recruit kids. Like I have friends.
Because James always talks about Iona Prep and then Mount Vernon, like the Mount Vernon kids or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I don't know anything about it because I'm not.
Is it Mount St. Michael's talking about? Mount St. Michael's?
Maybe, I don't know. Like, they said like they recruit kids from those places.
Yeah.
Because like they're just freaks.
Yeah, and then they like have people who went to the school house those kids.
Yeah.
It's like it's like serious system. Yeah. And it's fucked up because you can't really fight it. You find any kid when you like Kellenberg, any kid from the area that goes to school, anyone that wants to try out and they make the tryouts, they're on the team. Is no one gets recruited, no one gets it's just by natural selection. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's like that for a lot of those schools. Like even Chaminade, the way Chaminade
I love that school just because the name sounds so funny to me.
Yeah,
Chaminade.
Well,
and they're a really good school, right? For the
they're a really good school too. Like I'm not like it's like if I wasn't black, I'll tell my kid there. That's the best way to say it. Because if you like, you're gonna be like you're gonna be
an outlier.
One. People are gonna assume things about you. People are gonna then people are gonna like it gets kind of racist sometimes. Like it gets bad. Like I remember one point in high school, people they were saying nigger Pete. That's what they said to me.
Really?
Yes, things like that. And like when you're like in 9th, 10th grade, you're at first you hear it like, oh, maybe this is like a endearment thing, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not. So when I was in 10th grade, I was like, you're not calling me that shit no more. That's not happening. Call me Peter. So that's the name my dad gave me. That's the name my mom gave me. That's the only thing you're gonna call me. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up.
Anything else, you're not. That's
disrespectful.
That is mad disrespectful. It's hard to get that when you're like one of like however many people.
Yeah, I mean you're on your own. Like you don't really have the support or anything.
Basically, I only had. It was just me and like maybe a couple other black kids, and like we had just basically stuck together. You know what I mean? But,
and then people wonder why it's like, oh, like how come all the like black kids always hang out together? There's reason behind it.
Yeah, like they usually always hang out together. We were the ones that always, because there's like little things like our parents work. Like we don't have like a mom that could like sit at home and do nothing. I don't know if that's a situation, but some people have that situation.
Yeah.
Or not even
I had that situation.
I don't want to say sit at home and do nothing. I want to say some people don't have stay at home moms. They don't have a mom that's there all the time. They have a mom that works. You know what I mean? So
I mean, one of the biggest.
Let me not like say there's a
So I'm gonna try to.
Because that's your commitment to your kids.
It's a fact. This is what he's trying to say. A better explanation of it is that there's a lot of socioeconomic factors that are correlated with the black community that would entail that there's a larger population where both parents in the household would have to work.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like the like statistic. Like that's like what like the numbers say breakdown of what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but these kids there, they probably have moms that just stay.
There's a high probability that those kids that are going to this like private school and like had the privilege to go there, that they may have had parents who, you know, the father's working and he's making enough money when the mom doesn't really need to.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't know all the houses. So just breaking it down.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you don't offend anyone.
Exactly. but if I had to like take a guess, some of those people's moms, they just stayed at home, watch soap operas and drink wine all day. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the situation for a good amount of them. But there was but a lot of us, like, we would stay at school till like 7. You know what I mean? School ended at like 3. So like we get picked up by our parents at around 7 o'clock. Which is kind of late. That
is crazy to me because Pravin said the same thing yesterday, that his parents were always so busy that even when he did go home early or like didn't go to babysitting post school, he would go to like an enrichment program after school because his parents were so busy working. Like I had a stay at home mom, so like I never experienced that personally. Like that's crazy to me. It's like a different perspective that I've never experienced.
Yeah. Not like just staying
like out for that
school,
long. Yeah,
like staying at school for that long. Yeah, it was a thing. It was just that's the thing we did. You know what I mean? Just stay from 7 to 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, so we're talking about the football programs and Chaminade versus like Mount Vernon versus Iona Prep.
Yeah, Chaminade. What they I don't think they recruit necessarily, but they recruit for lacrosse. And a lot of those kids that play lacrosse are so athletically talented that that crosses over to football pretty well. Because especially because of the system that they run, they run like a triple option. Most schools in the Catholic League run a triple option, which means
what's a triple option?
So basically, at any time, 3 people can be holding the ball: the quarterback, the running back, and the fullback. Okay. So every play looks the same, but they're not. Like every play starts out the same. The quarterback is holding the ball, and he fakes a give, or he might not fake the give. He might give it. He might fake it, and after that, he rolls out, and he can either pitch it to the running back, or he can hold it for himself. So he has there's 3 options. They can either run it left or right, or they could do a sweep. So they're running the same play. They're running the same play basically over and over again. But it works in this league just because like it's a very
you want to say like skewed type of league where it's like the talent that they had was enough where they could just keep running the same plays with the players that they had.
That and it's a very disciplined system.
Okay.
So it's like if your defense is not disciplined, then you're fucked. You know what I mean? Basically. I don't know how they ran like a spread. So that's just like athletes. Just athletes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of
and a good quarterback. Basically.
A lot of the people that played football at Iona Prep ended up being Stony Brook players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm friends with a couple of them too. It's funny because like I played a couple of my friends that I've seen now. Like I played James and Matt Kennedy. I played them. Yeah, we lost 24-0 at that. I remember that.
You lost 24-0, David.
24-0. I didn't play though because
okay.
I had a staph infection.
You had a what? Yes.
I had staph infection, so like I couldn't play.
Okay.
I couldn't even move my legs. It was bad.
Damn.
I know. Yeah, it takes not only
who's the fighter that still fought with a staph infection?
Kevin Lee.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He had a different type of staph infection. He had something. It was on his chest or something. Yeah, I had a skin staph infection. So it was like I don't know the difference. So like basically, it looks like you have like holes in your skin.
Yeah.
Like,
how does that happen?
Just I think what happened was we were doing mats, like we were doing barrel rolls during training. And like, I don't think the mats are like completely clean because these are wrestling mats too. Okay. I don't think they really sprayed them down enough where they could do that. And like, sometimes soap is not enough. You have to like use like power antibacterial soap. So like, I didn't know that was my first time ever doing like a high school sport. I didn't play sports in my freshman year of high school, but I played sophomore through senior year. So then I just fucked up I just didn't use my Dettol.
So what made you join football sophomore year?
I wanted to do it freshman year, but I just didn't know when the tryout was.
Oh, okay.
I just missed the tryout. Like my parents just really shit the bed with that one. So yeah.
So did you always have the build for football? Because I feel like for football, like you need to know that you're like if me in 9th grade played football, I would be dead. I wouldn't be here. I would have died.
For football, well, how I started...
And like, was sports like a big part of...
Yeah, I switched on and off for a bunch of sports. At one point I played like soccer. At one point I played lacrosse. At one point I played... middle school I played soccer. And I played lacrosse. And then I think high school I played mostly football just because I sucked at basketball. Yeah. Basketball's a sport where you have to play every single year. Like you like that the skill needed to get into you kind of get away with not playing football ever in your entire life if you're just a natural athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? But with basketball you can't learn how to dribble a ball in a year. You know what I mean? To the point where you could actually face people who've been doing this since they are 8 years old.
Because it's a compounding difference.
Yeah, it's a compounding thing, yeah. You could get away with that in football. You just have to be a really good athlete. But let me see. I actually fought. That was my main sport. I did Muay Thai for about close to 5 or 6 years, and that's like that's what I love to do. But at a point, I was just like, I can't do this in school.
Yeah.
And like, I just lost interest in it. It's funny now because I wish I did it.
You kept going with it. Now if you did Muay Thai from that age and you kept going until now, you'd be a beast.
I'll be a Muay Thai master.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pick it up after
college.
After college.
All right. So before we start talking about after college, let's start getting into college now. So from high school, I'm assuming, given your parents' backgrounds with education, being doctors and all, they probably pushed school.
Oh, geez. School's the most important thing.
So from like high school to college, what impacted your decisions to pick Stony Brook and pursue getting your degree and such?
Well, high school, I didn't really even know what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew, like, thinking back, I just wanted to go to a good school. Mm-hmm. So, like, but I was, like, I was kind of lazy when it came to the college, like, thing. And I focused on football more than college at one point. So,
was there any point where you wanted to get recruited for football? Like, be part of, like, a D1 team?
Probably my senior year, but I wouldn't have been I probably wouldn't have been D1. No one, almost even the best people on our team probably would not be D1. Mm-hmm. Like, the one dude that I remember that was D1, that could have been D1, he could have gone to Stony Brook. We did have someone, Wallweber, he was a punter, but I don't think he really even had an impact on the team here. But the kids, most of the kids weren't D1. Yeah, even the kids that were like really good.
Do you think that was a resource thing, or just like the recruitment? Just like the players that came there.
I think it was just the quality. I mean, some of them could have been. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly too sure.
Probably a mix, if anything.
Huh?
Probably a mix of both.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not exactly sure about that one. Because
I mean, recruitment is. I don't know, obviously, because
Me neither. I was recruited.
So what I'm from what I can tell with recruitment, because again, James knows some people who have come to Stony Brook. Yeah. Like, if you want to be recruited by D1 school, like, you need to have people like on the team that are working with the school to like get like people to come to the school itself. Like, you need people from the high school to bring college recruiters in. So if you don't have the resource to get college recruiters to come to your high school, then you're not going to get
that's true.
recruited. So that could be one of the
That could be it. I mean, a lot of the guys are mostly D2, D3.
Okay.
Anyway, and we had a couple of D1 guys too, but mostly D2, D3. And I think if I did end up playing, I'd probably be like a bench player for a D3 team.
Yeah, you think?
Not even kidding. Because some of those, like, you
get freaks out there.
Yeah,
just like,
freaks.
Just like genetic, like, just doesn't make sense. Like, just freaks.
Even at the D3 level, there's like dudes that would fucking wash a good amount of people. And some D2 guys even go to the NFL. Mm-hmm. People forget about that. Some D2 guys go to the NFL. So it's not just because you're in a certain conference and you're limited by anything.
I feel like if anything, if you're in D2, there's more reason for you to work harder.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're just that one step away. Yeah. But
So you never. So
I wasn't recruited.
Did consider, but you didn't like go. You didn't really like pursue it.
Yeah, and plus I didn't really play that much my senior year because I got injured again. Like, I had like a shin fracture.
You had a shin fracture?
Yeah, like
I fracture your shin.
It was bad. Like it was like what do you call it? It was.
Does that still bother you to this day?
No, not anymore. Because I never rested it. Because, like, when you play football, you don't want to be.
I was talking to Matt about this. It's like back even when we were like at that age of high school.
Yeah.
The studies on football and like the damage that it does to the body and like the brain and all that stuff like wasn't like out there and as stressed as it is today.
Yeah.
Like all the problems that are associated with football.
Was the year that it was like kind of a big issue.
Yeah. But now it's like anything happens, like you get off the field, like you gotta get that checked out.
Exactly.
Whereas back then it's like you get a little hurt, you're like, no, I'm staying, like I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I got it from basically I never ran that much in my life, right? And they make us run 3 miles for the training, right? And I think my running form was just so fucking bad.
Did you fracture your shin?
That I had like
shin splints?
It's like shin splints, but it was really bad. Like I couldn't even walk on it at one point.
Actually, that's totally possible. I've talked to you about this like a lot of times. Like I have flat feet.
Yeah.
So when I run, and this was like earlier on when I was even worse with running.
Yeah.
Like when I ran, like it was just not good. It was horrible form, and like I would just take it to the knees and my shins.
Yeah.
And that over time, like my shins like were so tight, and like it hurt. Like every step hurt.
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But so was it so tight to the point where how did that end up being a fracture?
Like if you keep practicing on it over and over again, it was to the point where I like could not barely walk, but like if I try to do anything that's more than a walk, I would it would get to a point where if someone hit me in the leg, I would start crying because that's how bad it was. Like one time I got hit in the shin, and it was like during practice, shin to shin. Yo, I'm
You're
not
just, like,
kidding.
on the floor.
I was on the floor, like my whole body stopped moving, and like I
You
felt
just
like
stopped. You just had to breathe. You're just like, oh my
and I
god.
was good like 30 minutes later, but god damn, that shit hurt. That was probably like
I can see how you still feel it to this day.
oh
You
my
can remember
God.
it.
I was in shock, bro. I was like, that was the first time in my life where like I was in shock. Like I was like, just get up. Like, nah, this shit hurts. OD. I couldn't do nothing.
Damn.
But, yeah. So that really hindered. Like, and the way it worked out, like I'm good at getting a spot, but I'm bad at fighting for my spot back. So I couldn't really fight for my spot back if I wasn't even 100%. So I had almost no chance of getting my starting spot back. So it is what it is.
I mean, it realistically probably ended up for the better. I think the route you took is like obviously like something that's going to be fruitful long term. Yeah. So going into school, then you said you're a little bit lazy with the process. And
like
didn't really care about the football as much.
Yeah.
So what made your decision?
This is where I got in. Like, Stony Brook was just...
Dude, it's so sad hearing people talk about Stony Brook. It's like, oh, I just went there because I could afford it.
Yeah.
And like, it was there.
I know. I know. It's crazy.
Dude, everyone that I've interviewed, literally everyone's like, yeah, it was cheap. Yeah. I couldn't get in a Ivy League.
It was a good 4 years, though. It was a good 4 years.
I mean, it's a great school, too.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. But, like, it's sad. It's just that, like...
It's just that middle. It's
a tier 2 school. Yeah. It's not a tier...
What's a good comparison? It's a good comparison. I'm trying to think. It's like
another school that's like more well known.
No, like a completely different analogy. I'm trying to think of.
I don't know. It's like when like the chips you want are like out of stock, so you just get like another bag.
Kinda, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was trying to make a cheese analogy, but I couldn't think of it. I was gonna say it's like the difference between like just having cheese versus like grilled cheese. Yeah. Like it's like grilled cheese is just so much better. Yeah. Like you're okay with cheese. Like it's cool. It's not bad, but it's not bad. Yeah. It's okay. It could have been better.
Yeah. But like imagine that, but like add in that you're fucking starving. So like once you actually start eating that grilled cheese or that whatever that was, you're like, oh, this is mad good. You know what I mean? That's the best way to describe it, I feel like. But
so you came here for a lack of other choices, like just because this is just close, it was a good choice.
I had a couple of choices. I mean, I got into all the schools I applied to, but I only applied to 5 schools. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't want to write a second essay.
Dude, so many people are so lazy when we're in high school. Bad. I feel like we need to be pushed in high school a lot more by like our college recruiters to like really understand the recruitment process of because. When you have parents who know about it and like really understand it, like they push their kids a lot. Yeah. And they understand what they need to do to get into these schools. Yeah. But if you don't, like for me and for what you just said, I was just like, oh, a supplemental essay? Nah, like, I'm not doing that. No, it's not happening. I'm not doing that right now. Yeah.
My sister helped me OD with my fucking essay to get into here.
Really?
She helped me OD.
Was for the Common App?
Yeah. Like she helped me OD. Like she helped me edit it and figure out the writing structure because I cannot write for shit. But yeah. I
worked with my college counselor, but other than helping with the essay, she was pretty useless. She was like, "Oh, like go to like any school, like live your dream." I was like, if I look back at it now, she was like recommending going to school and taking like 80K debt. That's a just like, oh, like live your dreams. Like, no, like I shouldn't have done that, and I'm glad I didn't do that. That's a dub. Yeah. I think that people should start like the high school process like pretty deep into like they should start halfway through junior year. For learning about colleges and stuff? I think you start learning about college your sophomore year and then start your applications junior year. Like towards the end. Yeah. I 100% agree with that. Because I've been talking to... I started probably in like September. Of senior year. Yeah, same. 100%. It was like senior year, like you gotta start applying for college. I'm like, who, what, where, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
And like they're like, oh, you gotta pick the ones. You gotta do the Common App for CUNYs and SUNYs, and then you gotta do like these for Ivy Leagues, and then this for this school. And I'm like, is there one thing I can fill out and just leave it? And that's all I did because that was the easiest way. App. Yeah, Common App, and that's all I did.
And just exactly. I didn't apply to any private schools.
I only applied to NYU.
NYU?
Yeah.
That was the only private school?
I got in Polytech, but even with a half scholarship, it was stupid money. It wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. Other than this, I got to Binghamton and UMass Amherst.
Yeah.
Albany, I didn't really care about.
So this was the best choice.
Geneseo actually was that was actually the hardest school that I got into, actually.
What do you mean hardest?
Because I didn't have the SAT scores to get into Geneseo except for my math score.
Geneseo's a SUNY, right?
Yeah, but it's
but it's upper compared to Binghamton and Stony Brook?
No, it's smaller, but the requirements to get in are harder.
I didn't know that.
Which is weird, but I still think Stony Brook is the best school. I think Stony Brook is the best school in the SUNY system.
I was going to say
I think it's even better than Binghamton.
I think
depending on what you want to do.
So I think for Binghamton right now is more of a liberal arts type school, and Stony Brook is STEM, 100% STEM.
Yeah, anything with writing or anything that's more like a BA. Mm-hmm. I think Binghamton would smoke Stony Brook. I agree. But I think Stony Brook, fucks up Binghamton pretty bad when it comes to the sciences.
Dude, we kill it when the sciences. STEM is our thing.
Stony Brook teabags Binghamton when the sciences. But,
take that, Bearcats.
Yeah.
But so you came into Stony Brook. Did your parents ever want you to go into medicine?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to do, my senior year of high school. But then, I kind of lost interest in it because, I don't know, I'm not... Kellenberg did not prepare me for, Stony Brook science and math. Mm-hmm. They just did not. It's just not... It's not even a good comparison. The best thing that Kellenberg did for me when it came to, science and math was I had a brief, small intro to calculus my senior year of high school, and it wasn't even that great of an intro. They let us use the fucking TI-84 for intervals. So you weren't doing intervals by hand. So you had the choice. Yeah, you had the choice whether to use a calculator. Are you kidding me?
Why would I not use a calculator?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it was indefinite,
but you're not gonna learn like that.
It was only the indefinite intervals where you couldn't do that. So you knew how to do it too, but you're not you don't know the base of it. You don't really know exactly what you're doing. You're just knowing how to do it. Yeah, it took me a long ass time to understand exactly what's going on. But but I knew I wanted to do AMS. In my head, I put AMS. That was my first. So basically, during the thing, I even remember this to this day. When I was in orientation, they asked me what major you wanted to put. I put AMS first, then I switched to bio.
So what?
It's the same day.
So so you put AMS then bio, but then you switched it around.
I switched it it took me a year to switch it again.
Back to AMS.
Yeah, because you can't you have to, if you're trying to get into AMS and you didn't come in as it, then you have to do linear algebra and you have to finish Calc 2.
Because you're applying to a different college, right?
Basically,
no. Yeah, you are. Because math falls under college engineering and applied sciences.
AMS does.
Yeah, AMS.
Math is different too.
Yeah. I mean AMS. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Which makes no sense. Which is so sad. I feel bad for those people.
Yeah, but mathematics and mathematics.
Yeah. So what sparked your interest in AMS? Because you're saying that you always had that desire for it, but you kind of went into bio with the background of your parents and then switched off later on.
Yeah, my dad is a big math buff. He's the reason probably why I'm good at math to this day. You know what I mean? Even when I was a kid, he had me do those what's that thing called? Computer programs where you're doing math thing, you're doing 3 plus 3. I knew long division. I was in when I was probably in the first grade, which is 2 years ahead usually. That's I
don't remember that far back. Was it? I don't remember that far back.
Most people learn that probably the third grade. I was close to 2 years ahead on that type of stuff. But then when I got to St. Martin de Porres was my middle school in Kellenberg, they slowed it down and they just didn't challenge me. I feel that's what happened. I wasn't really challenged enough to the point where I tried my hardest.
That's what my mom says about my high school. My high school did challenge me.
Yeah.
Given it was a specialized, they made me take APs and all that stuff. But in comparison to other high schools that are out there, Stuyvesant,
I
had the score to get into Stuyvesant, but but I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So I put my high school first because it was a 10-minute commute versus an hour commute.
Oh my god.
Because that's literally like my life story.
Your parents
they don't know. To this day, they don't know that I did that. Because you know when you go into the SHSAT, well, I don't know if you took that.
I never took that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go to the SHSAT, you put down, so they give you a take-home Scantron to fill out at home, and then you bring it to the test, and then you copy it onto a new Scantron. Okay. So whatever to your liking, right? So there's one section of it where you rank the schools.
Yeah.
Right? So the way it works is it doesn't matter what... it doesn't matter if your score was high enough to get into the upper schools. It goes by score, then it picks based on what you ranked your schools at. So let's say you got the score for, like in my case, you got the score for Stuyvesant, but you put a lower ranking school first on your list of what schools you wanted to get into, you would get into that one.
Yeah, okay.
So my parents put Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, then my school. Because those are the better specialized ones. Yeah. I went in and I was like, my school, and then like
Stuyvesant,
and then something else. Like none of the others really mattered to me. I was like, if I'm not getting into this one, I'm probably not gonna go.
Yeah.
But I got the score for Stuyvesant, from what I remember.
I had to do something similar to get into Kellenberg, but like the way Shamla does it is that like if you don't put Shamla first on your thing,
they don't take you.
They don't take you.
Damn.
They look at that. Damn. They look at that like if you didn't pay.
So like you really don't want it.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's pretty crazy.
I didn't rank them first. I ranked them first in one thing, and I ranked them second in the second thing.
It's kind of interesting.
And they rejected me for that, which is kind of funny because it's
weird.
It's weird because when I look back at it, I'm like I definitely was smart enough to get into that place just because I'm here now and I take classes with people with the Shama.
Yeah.
My GPA is not low at all.
Yeah.
So like I'm good. Like
I think it's a commitment thing. They just want to know that like it's like there's a lot of like push behind you wanting to go to that school.
Yeah, and even kids that like there was a kid that we went to high school with that he basically at Shamnad, if you got under 75, you get kicked out the school.
Under 75 average?
Okay. Yeah, 75 average. Under 75 average, you get kicked out the school. That's failing in that school, right? Which is OD. That's what's hardest
for high school. That's OD.
So
especially coming from a public schooling background.
Yeah.
Like in a public school, it's like they'll do literally anything to make you pass.
Yeah.
Well, not mine in particular. No, it is still a public school, but like they did push you a lot because like a small school, specialized, they care, blah blah blah. But general public schooling system, it's like you need a 65 in your regents, you need 3 science, 3 math regents, and you're done with high school. It's just a bare minimum just to get you a high school degree.
Yeah. So like he got kicked out of school, and I did a lot better than him in Kellenberg. Even when I was, I was like I did way better in college than I did in high school, but I did better than him on most of the things that we like had.
Right.
So I knew I had to be there like mentally, but I don't know. It took me a while to get to this point where I was like where I could feel smart enough to do what I wanted to do. So now at this point I feel I can do anything I want to do. So yeah,
and that was pretty because we talked about this before. That was pretty more on the recent end.
That was pretty recent too. Yeah, like it was probably junior year of college. Like I did. So I remember all my GPAs basically for each semester. I feel
like all college students do just because like every single one was like a painful. Yeah. Like I rember doing this for this one.
You wish you could just change.
The tiny because there's so many classes where I have a B plus instead of an A minus by like 2 to 3 points.
Yeah. I feel that OD. Like I missed a 4.0. 2 semesters ago because I fucked up on the final. I got an 83. I needed an 85.
See, like I
2 points.
I hate that. I try to argue for. I try to argue 2 points. Like come on. Like I've been to class. You know me.
Yeah,
like
that was my.
They never do anything. They can't because like
it's
there's too many. Yeah, it really is. But it's so annoying because when you're a college student. That like it's not the end of the world, but that little difference makes a difference. Like over time, it matters.
Yeah. So for me, I remember I got like a 3.0 on my first semester here, and like that to my parents were like, "What the fuck are you doing? But get better, be better." So then like the next semester, I got like a 3.3 or something like that, and I was like, "Okay, I'm making progress. This is good." After that, I got a 3.5, and I got a 3.56.
Oh, so it's been a linear progression.
So it was
for
you.
That's really interesting.
The first time my GPA went lower than it was before was last semester.
You're taking harder classes last semester.
Not even the classes with my hardest. My hardest semester. My hardest semester was that junior year. My spring semester junior year. Those classes were like the hardest ones because we took 320, which is like a mind fuck. Now it took me like a year to really understand that stuff, and then 342, which is
operations research.
Yeah. Stochastic modeling, which is like my favorite class. Yeah. But like the back half of that class still makes no sense to me. Like it does. I know what it's doing. I know what to do it. But if you give me a problem, I'll look at it and be like, no,
I'm good. Take it back.
That's not happening.
Take it back.
So the first half of the class was pretty easy though. It's pretty self-explanatory. But
linear progression.
It was a linear progression. So like it like built upon itself. So then after that, I got 3.9, 2 semesters in a row. So I was like I remember. So that was that sophomore year where it was the year that I like pushed myself the most. I feel too.
It's different. It's so different from my experience in college because I came in. My first semester was a 3.5, and I'm like, oh, this is easy. Yeah, like I'll be fine. Like I can find the balance. And then there's anecdotal evidence that I do worse every spring semester because when it's good weather, I leave. I just don't do it. I don't study. I'm outside. So it's like a 3.5, 3.3. And then I'm like, all right, I got to bring it back up to 3.5. It was like a 3.6, then drops again. It was like a 3.2, I think, my sophomore year, spring semester. And at the end of the 2 years, I ended up at like under a 3.5. Yeah. And like for me, the baseline has always been 3.5. Like if you have under a 3.5, I feel like that's
you're good. You're just good.
If you're under, you're bad. If you're over,
if you're 3.5 and up is just, you know what I mean. Good. You're good. You could do almost anything. Almost.
I was under the 3.5 and I was like shit. Like I need to get it together. Yeah. And then junior year was the year where we moved to West Apartments. Moving to West Apartments like changed everything because I started focusing on scheduling. Like I had to cook for myself. And that year, my overall for the entire year was like a 3.9, and it brought me all the way up to a 3.6. And then I've been coasting senior year. But like mine's different. Mine's like an up and down. It's just like how I feel. It's like a mood thing for me almost.
Yeah, I think it's just I think for me, I got better at knowing how to do things correctly.
And also, I think. Because Pravin always talks about it, where you are very good with scheduling, and I think over time you got better and better with scheduling. Yeah. And on top of that, you made the decision to become an RA. Yeah. And I think that had a huge impact on like how you schedule.
That's the semester where like, bro, that semester was like that wasn't my hardest semester like academically. That was my hardest semester schedule wise. That was like the first time like that was the first time in my life where like I thought to myself like, oh, I'm tired. Like at the end of the day, I'm tired, and that feels good. Right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you have like a satisfaction from being tired. That's the semester I started working out again. That's the semester that was my first time being an RA. I had 3 jobs, so I had my RA job, which is like I was in like a weird situation because I didn't have a building yet. Right. So I had it was more like what's that thing called? I had like flex hours, so I was doing office work, and I would have that close to maybe 20 hours a week. And I had another job, 20 hours a week of
this is for the RA position.
Yeah, okay. That's to get my compensation. So like I had to do 5 hours of so I was doing 4-hour shifts every day basically, or like I'd have 1 hour, it would be spread out, and I would do like 4 hours in one sitting,
which. Someone from a high school background, like that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah. It is. So like I was waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep at 12. I was like really pushing myself that semester. And I'm like, that's the semester that I started doing better academically. Like my best semester was the semester where I was the most busy. I was,
that was me for junior year. Yeah. When you have a strict schedule and you have to be even if you're not really, well, that's a good way to put it.
A strict person or like
if you're not really even
disciplined?
Even if you're not disciplined or strict or you have a plan, like if you're forced to be up at 7, sleep by 12, like your day is gonna be like, I have a lot of time and like I need to do something. Yeah. You could waste it, but I think having that schedule, having good sleep and knowing that there are things to do, pushes you to do those things. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely got more focus over time, especially after becoming an RA and all.
Yeah.
So when do you think was the year where you realized like, oh, this is what I kind of want to get into? Because knowing
being an RA or
no, not being an RA for like career wise, for using math and actually like propelling yourself forward. Because today, like you have that desire to be an actuary.
Yeah.
And you've taken 2 exams and all that.
Yeah.
So when do you think was the time where it's like I kind of want to like do this? I want to commit to this.
Well, the way it worked out that my junior year, that's like at the end of junior year, I was like, oh, I gotta start getting prepared, you know, because try to find a job, you know. But at first I wanted to be a financial engineer because we took 320. I found that shit very interesting. But like going through it, like I just didn't want to stay for my GRE. The GRE was like the killer for me, and like I'm really bad at standardized tests. Like I'm not good at it. You know what I mean? I might be better off now just because I always feel like my brain is like getting more efficient by every year. So maybe I might be better off.
I mean, we're getting older.
Yeah.
Like we forget that our brains really aren't formed yet.
Yeah. This is around like when you like look at any like big scientist or anything like that, like anyone, this is when they're doing their best work. From when they're like 22 to 25. Like almost Einstein had theory of relativity when he was like 23 years old or 24 years old.
Really? I didn't know that.
Albert, what's that dude? Isaac Newton. He found out gravity when he was like 23 years old.
Really? I thought they were a lot older.
Nah, Isaac Newton was 23. I remember
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
So yeah,
that's really cool.
And like, so that's like when. So this is like when you're. I forgot who Jordan Peterson says something about like crystallized IQ and something like that. Where like this is where you're first off you have your prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, it develops the most. I was telling you about this the other day. It was when you're a child or when you're younger, when I was talking about like the therapist thing, you're more likely to use your amygdala, which is an emotional portion of your brain, versus your prefrontal cortex, which is critical thinking. This is a time where your brain is more efficient in critical thinking.
Yeah. So you're using more critical thinking now at this age?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So, I mean, it makes sense for you to being more efficient and, you know, being more on that route of thinking about everything.
Yeah. My fault. I'm trying to send someone some money.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. That's what I'm trying to keep it going though. So the decision of being an actuary, getting into that, so you didn't want to do financial engineering because you didn't want to study for your GRE because you didn't want to get into, you didn't want to study for your GRE even though you wanted to get into the programs.
Yeah. Like I felt like it was like, I don't know. I just at a point I didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know. It's a very big.
No, I think people who are in college will understand. It was just like I don't feel this. Like this isn't gonna happen. Like it's not gonna. It's I don't feel like there's no drive or passion towards it.
And also like a lot of those people, they're working like 80-hour weeks. So I have no problem doing that, but I can't do that all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have no problem having like performance-based compensation, stuff like that. But like also like it's very high stress, you know what I mean? And I could take stress, I'm very good at stress, but I don't think I could take that for like 2 or 3 years in a row. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
so it means like you're gonna get tired out.
Yeah, you get burnt out. Really
and whereas an actuarial position is definitely a lot more laid back, and I totally see you in that position.
Yeah, it's depends on what type of actuary you want to be. So like a consulting actuary, you would probably have those like waves of like a lot of busy work and then you
during like tax season and stuff.
Probably those.
Because I remember when I interned at the actuarial firm that I did.
Yeah.
When it was tax season, so was that March? Like March, April when it's coming up. They're like, yo, like we have a lot of paperwork coming in. Like, we just come in for a lot of hours and help us like compile this. And like that's like the only time they actually needed me. Yeah, it gets hectic at that time, but the times before that, like I remember being there, like there's literally nothing to do. Yeah.
It's very. That's the what I like about that type of place is one, it's you have a good work-life balance. Yeah, that's really cool. That's what I really want for myself too. But I have no problem grinding in when I have to. Like I want waves of grinding OD hard and doing what I gotta do. Like, and really just doing what I have to do.
And then just like sometimes being at home with the family.
Being able to just chill. Yeah, and then like, as like I get older, I get to like kind of take more time for myself. When you begin to
pick your balance.
I want to be like an executive or a managerial position. Okay. You know, that's what I'm like really shooting for.
All right, so that brings me to the last portion. The last question is, so you're in your senior year, and so what you're planning on doing in the upcoming short term and long term. You went a little bit into that, but just like a general idea of kind of what you see yourself doing.
What I see myself doing,
well, you're taking your exam, your third actuary exam.
I'm taking my third one in July.
So now, for those of you who don't know, there's 6, right? 6 actuary exams. So
more, bro,
a lot
like
more.
10.
There's 6 base ones that I know of.
So there's they changed the requirements recently.
So I haven't looked at it.
So now it's maybe like 7 with a bunch of classes that you have to take, and then after that you might have to take maybe 4 or 5 more to get your FSA or FCAS. So they have 2
That's
levels.
A lot.
I know
That's so much. Holy crap.
It takes people. Yeah, like there's people who like once they get to ASA, which is like the first level, they just like I'm cool, I'm good. Like I have some sort of credential where like it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Like there's a lot of career ASAs.
The last time I looked was sophomore year because I was considering being an actuary until I had the internship.
Yeah.
But when I was considering it, I remember it was 6 main ones.
Yeah. It was 6. Pretty much.
But usually to get into an entry level position, you needed the 2.
Yeah. Nowadays you need 2 or 3. You know what I mean? And you need something. You need GPA at least over like a 3.5 because nowadays it's competitive.
It is competitive.
Entry level is rough right now.
Dude, a bachelor's means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. You need to stand out from the crowd.
Back then you could like if you had a pretty good GPA, you could.
That's all you needed.
That's all you really needed. You could have had an internship with no exams. Now like they expect you to take at least graduate with 2 or 3 exams.
2 or 3 exams, year 2 experience.
Basic, yeah, you know what I mean.
Like that's crazy.
Like I gotta hold back from like a small. You gotta start off small too.
Also that
you can't if you want to start off big. You need some experience. Like our friend Brendan. Yeah, he's studying to be actually also. He has 3 exams right now, and he actually worked at an underwriting firm for over the summer, which is like pretty good, like a pretty good base. And then he has a job at AXA, which is like a pretty sizable firm. You know what I mean? Not even pretty sizable. It's a big ass firm. Let's say that.
Also, isn't AXA or AXA work with Alliance Bernstein? Aren't they like I don't know if they're.
I don't think so. Okay. I'm not sure.
Well, I want to believe that one of them is a conglomerate of like it has the other one under it and under its management.
I don't know. I have to check about that, but
I know they're associated somehow. But
we have a friend working at Alliance Bernstein.
Yeah.
And
so who knows? Yeah. We'll see. Later.
Yeah, ask them. But
so you're taking your third test coming up in July, and you're graduating next week with us.
This week, basically.
This week, it's Friday.
What is this?
Today's
4 days. 4 days, basically.
Yeah.
And now it's the 14th. But yeah, crazy.
But so from this point on, I think what you're going to like take some time, try to find a position entry level.
Yeah, like happily, I got this small firm in a place in Albany. I might be. I have a phone interview with them, so I was ecstatic. If I get that, I'm gonna take it just because.
It's something.
It's something. It's something
to get you started.
It starts small, and maybe I'll sit there for a year. I'll try to get into. I want to go to Columbia's Actuarial Science program. That's what I'm like shooting for. That's like because like that Ivy League network is golden.
I mean, it changes your title, changes your title, your credentials, and what you're capable of. It makes you stand out even more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why that's the goal. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna just try to find things. Like I remember I saw like a pretty crazy video today that dude Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah. He was talking about how like you're about to graduate. Like I just looked up what to do after you graduate, right?
Okay.
On YouTube, just because like what the fuck, like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And he just said like, yo, you're about to enter the best 5 years of your life. Like it's probably gonna be the hardest 5 years too, but it's probably the best 5 years of your life. So
it's the 5 years. Well, like it's the 5 years where you're doing the most
to build.
To like build. Like
this is the building years, man. So I'm excited.
Like you're brick and mortar. Like you're laying that foundation for your house. Like what you're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
so you're trying to figure out where to build that base right now.
You know, this is like the years where you could just live in a basement
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. You could.
I was really thinking about that.
You can eat ramen for 4 to 5 days a week.
It's fine. Yeah,
it's fine. It's whatever.
And it's not like looked down upon. It's like, oh, you're like 20 something, like you're figuring it out. Yeah, just figure it out.
You know,
yeah.
you don't have.
But if you're like 27, like I have a cousin. I was talking about this earlier. I don't want to shit talk my cousin, but like she's like 25, going on like 26, and she's like still like at home, like not sure what she's doing.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta start doing something.
Those are coming up. Coming up. You know what I mean? You can't. But yeah, these are the best years.
Yeah. So we're gonna be working on building your base. Yeah. So to wrap it up, the last thing I like doing is I like having my guests saying one like quote or word of advice or something that the guest might be able to take away that you think or deem important.
Oh. This is some shit that like I always think about whenever I'm going through like hard times. It's suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. Muhammad Ali said that.
Ooh, that's a good one. Suffer now. Wait, suffer now or
suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion.
Suffer now and live. Oh my god, dude, my English has been horrible recently. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Thank you for watching this podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.